Alright, let's talk selective breeding. So these are one of my current full gold guppy tanks. Now, these guys were on the brink of not having any more, and I bred them back out to, well, more than what you can even see here. This is just a fraction of them. So obviously these are in stock on my website. But how I did it was I took 2 or 3 of my best females and 2 of my best males and bred them back out. And that's one of the main factors you want to do here is you want to take your healthiest, best looking ones and breed them back out. Now when I'm trying to do this, I also separate them into 2 tanks to prevent inbreeding. Inbreeding will result in weaker specimens and discoloration and mutations. So you, in general, want to try to avoid that if you have room and extra tanks. If you don't, it'll take several generations for any kind of deformities or anything like that, so it won't be the end of the world. Now let's talk about what we do want to look for. I already mentioned it, but good coloration is key here. So this male right here would be a really good specimen. You can see how pretty and perfect yellow he is. As for this male with the silver body, probably wouldn't be the best. Now, he could still produce incredible offspring, but it's just not as likely. And for the females, you can see some of them have slightly less colorful bodies. I would want to pick maybe that girl right there that has a more yellow body. I think there were some better ones, like that one right there too. She's almost all yellow. So while all these fish are good full gold guppies, there are some you can pick that would result in the highest chance of good offspring, like this one right here. Of course, these, even if you pick the best fish possible, you can also still get mutations from those as well. It's just not quite as likely. Now, you also want to avoid any kind of weak looking fish. So if they're skinny or have torn tails or a little lethargic, those would not be the ones to pick. You want the nice active ones that are just really happy and healthy. I mean, all of this kind of makes sense, but it's good to just kind of cover all your bases. See, that's an incredible female right there that's getting chased around. Now, as far as inbreeding goes, what I generally will do is I'll take some of these fish, which have been separated for a few generations, and put them back with my other tank and vice versa. Since they've been separated for several generations, it'll give a better chance of them to not have any issues and prevent that kind of thing, mix up the genes some more. Ideally, you would take some from tank A and some from tank B and mix them in a third tank. Now, I don't have a third tank set up for these guys, so that's not what I'm gonna do, but they should be alright anyways. You can see they do look all quite healthy and happy. There's also a lot of babies in here, so we're still getting lots of breeding going on. Again, this is the 24 karat full gold guppy. They're in a 40 gallon, just a standard 40 gallon full of pearl weed and a sponge filter. Nothing fancy. And they do just fine. My other tank is a 20 gallon long. Let's go take a look at that one. So all of those in the 40 gallon originally came from in this tank. You can see I don't have quite as many in here anymore. This is where they did come from though. They do seem to be doing better in the other tank, but these guys are still happy, and there's plenty of little babies swimming around in there hiding in the, I think this is Ludwigia rippens. But that's pretty much all there is to it, to getting your guppies to kind of recover and breed happily. Split them up, put them in a different tank, and they will do just fine. And then you can just reintroduce them as you need to breed more if you're starting to get issues with one tank or the other. Well, I hope that helped somebody, and I hope you guys learned something, and I'll catch you in the next video.